What's up, guys? It's your boy Light here, and today we're going to be doing a theory video on Crisis on Infinite Earths, which just aired on the CW in the Arrowverse. So today we're going to be talking about the sacrifice of Barry Allen, aka The Flash. Now, leading up to Crisis on Infinite Earths, it was a very well-known fact within the Arrowverse that Barry Allen, The Flash, from Earth 1 was supposed to sacrifice himself in order to save the multiverse. But that's not what happened in Crisis on Infinite Earths. In fact, it wasn't even Barry Allen from Earth 1 who made the sacrifice. In reality, it was Earth 90 Flash, also named Barry Allen, played by John Wesley Shipp, and he's the guy who played Barry Allen in the 90s TV show a while ago. He actually ends up making the sacrifice in this episode. And I say a sacrifice because it's not really the sacrifice we were all thinking. This sacrifice was foreshadowed to be the one that saves everybody. Like, Barry Allen dies, but everyone lives happily ever after. But, looking at the aftermath of his sacrifice, not really much happens, to be honest. And, it's really understanding that. Let me walk you through how this whole, let me guide you through how this whole situation of events goes down. Okay, so in part 3 of Crisis, The Flash, Vibe, and Killer Frost travel down to locate the lair of the Anti-Monitor alongside Pariah, also known as Nash Wells, who's now, apparently, according to himself, no longer Nash Wells. He's just a pariah, which means an outcast or whatever. They head down to the sewage area where, apparently, the lair of the Anti-Monitor lies. And after putting in the code, they find their way inside where they see a blur that is running on a treadmill. So Barry enters Flash time, and he sees that this is Earth 90 Flash, the same one that he worked with 1 year ago in Elseworlds. So he tells them, guys, we got to get this guy out. He's been running on this treadmill. So Cisco opens up a breach, and he gets Earth 90 Flash off the treadmill. And he's like, oh my God, thank you so much, but you have to put me back, because if I don't get back on that treadmill, this machine, which is powering the antimatter wave, is going to explode and destroy all the Earths at once. Now, keep in mind, at this point, most of the Infinite Earths have been wiped out, and according to dialogue in the show, there's only around 7 left at this point. And by the time Earth 90 Flash makes his sacrifice, the only Earth left is Earth 1. So keep that in mind as we discuss sort of what the purpose of this sacrifice was. Anyway, back to where we're at right now. Earth 90 Flash tells them, you know what, I need to get back on that machine or it's going to explode. And so Pariah goes and gets Black Lightning, who helps them keep the machine at bay. And then Barry Allen from our Earth, Earth 1, realizes that, okay, this is the time. This is when I need to make my sacrifice. But right before he can, Earth 90 Flash steals his speed and says, no, I'm going to make the sacrifice play. So he steals his speed and tells Cisco to open a breach so he can get back on the treadmill. So he goes there and everyone else leaves. They go back to the Wave Rider. And then we see a scene of Earth 90 Flash making his sacrifice. So he runs on the treadmill, and just as we had seen earlier in the season of how our Barry Allen, disintegrated as he was running, this is what happens to Earth 90 Flash. So he disintegrates in front of our eyes, and we see that the antimatter wave stops just before destroying Earth 1. So at this point, you might be thinking, oh, well then how is his sacrifice meaningless? He saved Earth 1, right? True, but even at this point, every other Earth is dead. The only Earth that his sacrifice saved is Earth 1, which is still good, right? But then fast forward to later on in the episode, everyone regroups on the Wave Rider, and they're all like, oh, where's Harbinger? Where's Harbinger? Because they haven't seen her this entire episode. She teleports onto the Wave Rider, and everyone's like, oh, okay, you're back. But then we realize that she's being controlled by the Anti-Monitor, and before anyone really realizes what's happening, that she restarts the antimatter wave, which isn't really explained because technically the machine to power the antimatter wave is gone, but the antimatter wave just magically resumes. So now the antimatter wave is back, and everyone's like, oh my God. So everyone's in panic mode, and in the last minutes of the episode, the 7 Paragons, the 6 of the Paragons, excluding Kingdom Come Superman, are transported to the vanishing point. So it's White Canary, Batwoman, Supergirl, some new guy, I believe his name was something Choi, um, then Barry Allen and Martian Manhunter, along with Lex Luthor, are transported to the vanishing point because, Lex Luthor does his antics or whatever. But the main point is there are only 6 Paragons and 1 loser named Lex Luthor alive, and all the Earths are destroyed. We see the antimatter wave, we see the antimatter wave consume both Earth 1 and the Wave Rider, leaving us with 0 Earths left. So part 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths ends with no Earths being left, every single hero except for 6 dead, and that's how it ends. And so now you really realize how little Earth 90 Flash's sacrifice seems to accomplish. Because at first it was like, okay, at least he saved Earth 1, but now it's like, he makes his sacrifice, destroys the machine, but Earth 1 still gets wiped out. Every other hero still gets wiped out. And now all we have left is 6 heroes and Lex Luthor. Even the Monitor is dead. Superman from Earth 38 is dead. Oliver's still off in his whatever. I mean, he's like, yes, he's technically, dead is a very weird thing to say in the Arrowverse because, people just pass through dead and living, but he is quote, quote, dead right now. And so it's like, was the sacrifice of Earth 90 Flash even meaningful? Did it matter? And honestly, from what we see right now, doesn't look like it. Now, we are going to get 2 more parts of Crisis on Infinite Earths, January 14th, 2020. So maybe his sacrifice will play a bigger role when we get there. But as of right now, from what we have, the 3 parts of Crisis on Infinite Earths, it looks like Earth 90 Flash's sacrifice was meaningless. So, with that, I'm going to leave you guys to reflect on that theory. And I'm going to go ahead and head on out. So, it's been your boy, Cecilia. I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Okay, guys, by the way, I just wanted to add one more thing. If you could go ahead and click that subscribe button, that would mean a lot to me because I'm really trying to hit 50 subs by the end of the year, and we're so close. We're in like 41 or something right now, so if we could hit it, that'd be amazing. And yeah, it's been your boy, Cecilia. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.